Hello, and welcome to ESEA Open for Wrah Esports up against Rrtm, a Russian side, here on Inferno. I think the Russians won the 9th round, so they'll start on the CT side. We've got Wrah on the T side. They're 2 and 3 in Open right now, hoping to go equal in this game. As we get the pistol round underway, got a bit of a strat going here towards mid. A nice flash up towards Divider. No, that's not Divider. But they're going to go for a bit of a long push here. And they've pushed back the CTs all the way towards CT spawn. Maybe try and wrap around towards the B site. They're doing some good damage at the moment, finding the 2 kills. And now they can wrap all the way around. Ficas is going to be under a lot of pressure here. If they check Church, which they will, and he goes down without much of a fight. So 5v2 already. The bomb plant should be going down shortly. In the meantime, we've got Falcon here holding off the rotate from the A site, but Quadro has already made his way up towards Banana. Dark takes care of Falcon as well, and finds himself a second. A little bit labored that, but does a good job here playing in the cubby. Will he be cleared? He will, but the kill does go the way of Rrah. So now a 1v2 for Quadro. The flash goes into Pool. It does a little bit. It has a bit of an impact. Not quite sure, but that P250 surely has an impact. The first round has been found for Wrah, but it was a bit of a tight one there. 5v2 becoming a 2v1. It was a nice fight from the Russians, but it is the win for the T side, so it should be a full eco from Rrtm. Or I'm just going to call him Rrtm, it's easier. And Wrah should be golden to have themselves that second round, unless that Deagle and P250 can do some damage. A little bit of util coming through. Mostly from the T side. There's nothing that the CTs really have. Going to go for a bit of a boost here towards the back, but they're fluffing around and it goes the wrong way. Although, on the P250, Caballeros found himself 2 kills. Doxy found 2 in return on the Mag-10. That's a bit of money in the bank, and an even 3v3. Now they quickly rotate towards the A side as they recognize the stack. And Quadro here on long. He was pretty good in the pistol round. We'll try with the Deagle. Finds the 1 Deag. And now it gets a little bit complicated. The bomb does go down, so the time pressure now pivots on towards the CTs. And they've got a little bit of utility left over as well. An extra smoke to stop the CTs from making their way into the site. And, I mean, is he really going to use it now? Going to try and go for a one-way, I guess. That's an interesting choice. The top of the head spotted by Adrenaline. And that should be a pretty good flash. Ficas caught on long as well. He's gone through the smoke. And, I mean, Falcon would have known that if he hadn't tried to play a one-way. But it still works out. 3v2, 2v0, Wrah Esports put 2 on the board. And now Rrtm should be able to put in a buy. Won't be the most amazing buy in the world. A little bit of compromise will be needed, but at the same time, if you're up against AKs, a lack of a helmet isn't really that big of a deal. A bit of a bigger deal, though, is pretty lackluster utility on the CT side. So they're going to struggle to hold the Wasps at bay. And Quadro, with a little bit of information, spots the player at the bottom of the stairs. Going aggressive with the utility. Maddie, he's going to get caught off guard here. Didn't see the util being thrown from Boiler. Oh, and he doubles up as well. That's nice work from Quadro. And a big man advantage early on in the round for the T's to contend with. Doxy, will he expect the boost? You do see a boost over towards CT normally, but not 2 players standing on top of each other. He's not really pushing the issue, and Quadro, in the meantime, he's going to go a little bit more aggressive in apartments. Might catch Falcon here, playing with some utility. Should have been back. Falcon? Didn't spot the head initially, but Mr. still gets taken down. Now Doxy throwing the flash gets taken down. Dark with a nice position ahead of the smoke. And it's a 1v4. This first full buy from the CTs has been a resounding success. And Wrah Esports are left reeling. Have a little bit of money in the bank, although Doxy and Falcon are going to struggle for a buy. Rrah, not good for a single one. And, I mean, the buy for the T side isn't going to be great. Rrah could buy an AK, some armor. The rest of them either contend with Galils or SMGs if they go for anything. I think the full eco would be the better choice in this situation. It does seem to be what they're going for, unless they buy up late. Oh, it's a match pause. Oh, okay, so they are fully buying up. Didn't notice that the game had been paused. Probably a tactical pause from Wrah, trying to figure out what they're going to do with the little money they have available. And, you know, they've kind of strapped together a relatively okay buy, given the money they had available. UMP, 2 AKs, 2 Deagles. Adrenaline doesn't have any armor, which is going to make him an easy target for the rifles on the CT side. And the fact that Doxy hasn't got any helmets either means the M4s should have a field day on him as well. Looks like they're going to try and split the sides, show presence on both sides, try and confuse the CTs a little bit, push around some rotates, or maybe try and maybe coax in some aggression as well that they can take advantage of. But for the moment, relatively passive. The nade does a little bit of damage, but nothing significant. The second one doesn't really work either. Defice is a little bit short. Still swings out, finds the kill, although Rrah there with the trade. Well done. It's a 4v4 now. Could maybe call over one of his teammates for a free rifle upgrade. It's an AK as well, so that's nice. Should still be in the favor of the CT side. They've got time on their side, they've got the weaponry on their side, and more importantly, they've got utility available to them. They are expending it slowly, but I mean, they've got enough. They've still got some Molotovs, one smoke. They can still just delay the ability for Wrah to make it onto his site, and then the time pressure really starts building up. They start to panic a little bit, might not clear the Wrangles properly. Nice swing from Quadra as well, giving them the man advantage, and now he switches his attention over towards short, knowing that there's a few there. Has to drop down, and Dark gets caught with utility, but somehow stays alive. It has all of a sudden changed to a 1v3 for Fakas to contend with, and he's not even going to try. Not even interested. The time is running low. So maybe he thinks they wouldn't make it to the B site on time. They do. They get the bomb plant, and I mean, given the equipment he's got on him, he shouldn't go for this, especially with how low the chances are of actually having a successful retake. It's not very interesting, but it is smart Counter-Strike. Especially on the CT side where that economy is so fragile. Saving every little bit you can to drop over to your teammates or to just, you know, have a bit of a fun for a rainy day. But, I mean, pretty good from Wrah. Nice adjustment given that last round. And back to winning ways. 3-1 up on the T side of Inferno, while the split isn't quite as biased as it would be on, say, Nuke or Overpass, even Ancient as well. It is still a CT-sided map at heart. And the buy that the CTs have cobbled together it's adequate. It's not amazing, but they've got a decent amount of utility. They've got a single kit in play, which can be helpful as long as it doesn't get lost in the firefight. You know, the Scout's a bit of a downgrade, but the FAMAS is still a powerful weapon, and they still have that AK on Fakast. So overall, can still do some damage, can still offer some resistance to Wrah. Looks like they are posturing over towards the B site, and I mean the scout tag onto Falcon does land, but he almost gets that kill onto the sniper. They're trying a little bit of a boost again over on B. And there's a lot of players for these two CTs to contend with. The flash does dismantle the boost. They fall behind the smoke. Damage done to Doxy. Only 2 HP left on him, and he might get taken down by the nade. No, just barely escapes it. Goes for the boost again. Spots the first player and then the second as well. So good amount of damage. And oh, that's a nice Molotov that lands on the boost. I never really considered that. Maddie with a nice trade onto Dark, but it's still a 3v4 that they have to contend with. They do have the bomb plant now. And oh, Maddie, the timing just turns away as Quadra makes his way up banana. Does spin around, tries to go for the kill, but just doesn't really land any of the bullets. And now a difficult position for them to work with. The kit is still available on that CT side. Adrenaline almost gets the lineup, finds the second. Still behind Quad in the meantime. A little bit of backup from from Maddie. Only damage done. And oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Almost the ace. Maddie does get that one kill. And another pause coming through. I think this time it's the CTs who've called the pause. And I mean, again, from a disadvantageous position, Wrah Esports have turned it around. It's really good to see that level of adaptability, and you know, the players on the on the T side are showing up for the most part. Mr. on the CT side is struggling a little bit, 0-5 at the moment. It does look like Rrtm are gonna eke out this one. It's a bit of a half-fight, 3 deagles in play, but nothing more than a single piece of armor otherwise. So hopefully it should be a pretty easy round for Wrah to win, but we have seen that the Russians can do a little bit of damage here with the pistols, and especially if they kind of spill over themselves. Dink from the USP before he gets taken down. That's good damage to do, and information as well. The last 2 players are in the side. The gas is trying to kill on the USP, so that's good damage again with the amount they've invested here. It's not bad. The deagles haven't really done much. And Quadro gets taken down. Now Caballero in a 1v4 over on long. Doesn't really have to save if he doesn't want to. He's buying in the next round, and Matty, nice kill. He struggled a little bit heading into this round. Was 1-4, but a nice 3K to put him back on par with the rest of his team. Now the fullback comes back through, though, for the CT side. And the op on Mr. for the first time this game. Hopefully it helps him find a kill, because he's not had himself a very fun time so far. Nice find from Quadro, but the trade is good from Matty. And the auto director didn't think that was noteworthy enough. And good trades again. Rrah does find the upper hand, though. And, oh, Mr. just moves into position with the op, gets smoked off, goes for a bit of a pod shot, runs through the smoke. What is he doing? Obviously he's going to get taken down, especially if you're using an op. Why would you run through the smoke like that? That's a pretty big misplay. I think he might be getting a little bit frustrated or something, because I can't think of a logical reason to do something like that. Maybe he was expecting Matt, like, he heard Matty move away. Long range spray does land, and I think, I mean, it's another 3K. Matty really feeling it at the moment. But yeah, no, I think the only thing I can think of that could be slightly reasonable as to why Mr. would push through the smoke with an op is he heard Matty running down banana mid, probably to go towards banana. I was expecting him to have his back turned. Time has been cancelled, and we can get back underway. Whether they're going to buy is a different question. They do have money, but nothing for a super convincing buy. It would have quite a few compromises, so they're going to half buy this one again. Caballero going with the deagle armor. Same with Facas, and he's bought a kit as well, which Wrah might not be expecting. It's happened a few times now, although granted that's in pistol rounds, where the CT side will buy a kit, which isn't super like common. And so when they try and go for the ninja defuse, the T side just have their timing completely wrong. Because they think they have 10 seconds, but they don't. And so the defuse comes through, they get the pistol round win. And that normally works out. In this case, I'm not sure how effective that would be, because the weaponry they're up against is a lot more powerful than Glocks. It's, you know, AKs and an op, which Falcon has picked up for the first time this half. Oh, that's a good flash, but the shots are just missing there from Rrah. And now there's some backup coming through. Nice shot on the op by Falcon. Oh, there's a big gap in that smoke, and they're going to try and take advantage of it. And Ding comes through onto Matty, but he still finds the kill. Adrenaline Rrah cleaning up the rest of the crew in church. And now Dark left in a 1v5. Matty's going to advance a little bit. They do have to be careful. And Falcon, a bit of a tag on the op. Dark's not really finding much impact at the moment, in this round at least, but he is doing a good job of harassing them and keeping them inside the site. As I say that, bringing Rrah down to 9 HP And given that this is not an avenue they can leave from now, it's going to be difficult for some of the players to get out. Oh, well, I say that, and Rrah on 9 HP does finally find the kill on Dark. Gets away in time for the bomb to go down, to blow up. And it's another round on the board. Wrah with a very solid T-side. Adventures here finds... Oh, Mr. E's not having a very good game so far, in the slightest. I don't know if he's registered a single kill yet. And on the op, he's just been caught off guard more than once. Well, twice, to be specific. And now with this man advantage, the pressure starts to pile on Rrtm a little bit because the gaps will start to form in their setup. There will be little avenues, maybe, that the T's can sneak through. Quadro, he's going to find that kill onto Adrenaline, though. So while the favor still lies a little bit in the T side, it is evened out a little bit, and they can stop panicking so much about little gaps being found, because now they can't afford to have a lurker if they want to have like a proper attack on a site. But saying that, the flash from Falcon is simply spectacular, finding both kills completely unopposed, bringing it into a 4v2. Well done from Falcon, finding the kill into Quadro. So now Dark has no choice but to back up. Ooh. Doesn't even get away with that. The money's still in a decent spot for Rrtm. Won't be the most amazing buy, but won't be the worst either. That loss bonus racking up, and yeah, Mr. 0 and 9 at the moment. Does have a single assist to his name, but that's simply not enough. Kills, but you know, still 70 ADR. Has had his moments, has had impact. I'm gonna try and go for a fast B take again. Ooh. Dark. Walking a tightrope for a second there. This is a very slow start to the round, but Dark crosses across. Gets tagged a little bit, down to 61 HP, and in the meantime they're going to try and go towards the B side. Quadro, oh, he's going aggressive here. Sponsor Adrenaline takes him down and retreats back towards the site. That's well played there. And Mr. I mean, given he's had a rough game so far, that's a very, very confident peak to take. And, you know, he gets away with it. A little bit of damage onto Rrah and doesn't get taken down, so he can still have impact later on in the round. Does get taken down now. Does damage to Falcon as well, so he's had a little bit of impact so far. Padding his ADR stats a little bit as well. Oh, and there's a gap in that smoke that Quadro takes advantage of. Maddie must have been a little bit gray screen still. And now the remaining T's head over towards the B side. It's relatively well defended. You've got one on quad, one on coffins. But Ficas gets taken down. Caballero gets to trade before he gets taken down. Falcon with the op, going a little bit aggressive. Using it as a shotgun, which, you know, fair enough. And now in a 1v2. Quad is a decent spot for him if they don't coordinate. The barrel's been spotted, and he finds the kill into Dark, and now Quadro... Oh my goodness, what a flick! And what a... and what a clutch to go along with it. Goodness gracious. Didn't give Rrtm a single chance there. It's kind of their fault for not really coordinating that well. Kind of allowed him to isolate the two fights into two 1v1s. But still, that second shot on Quadro, I thought he might have missed the timing a little bit there, but that was pretty damn good. Almost as good as this T side is so far from Wrah. They've gone 9 rounds in a row. Should be good to make it 10. Adrenaline gets brought down low, but still living, still kicking. Caballero does finally take one down, but the kills are otherwise coming up the way of Wrah. Dark is going to try with the smoke, catching him completely off guard. We're still playing around with utility, but now they've recognized that the B site is completely open. Rush there quickly to go get the bomb plant. Mister's going to run through the Molotov. Does have one of his own. And I mean, he's going to get taken down. Dark gets spotted as well. Finished off, and Rrah make it 10 on the board. 9 in a row. No, 8 in a row, I think. It's very annoying that on ESEA you can't see the round progression. But I digress. I think it's 8 in a row. Which is still phenomenal. And, I mean, the money reflects that. Although, strangely enough, Adrenaline is running very low. Only $500 in their name. Falcon's got $16,000 basically. Maddie and Rrtm got $12,000 and $13,000, and Induxie on $4,000 is still enough for a buy if they lose this. Gonna run through the smoke, and Picasso's there, ready to welcome them. Wouldn't say it's the most pleasant of welcoming parties, but by definition, it is still one. Ooh, not quite sure how that molly got scuffed like that. Should still be able to get the bomb plant though. And ooh, Maddie in a difficult position. Does the molly spread though? No, it doesn't. They know he's here though. Picasso's going to be able to take him down. And now Falcon and Doxy have to try and get this done. Falcon finding the first kill. They flash through the smoke, and ooh, how does he get away with that? The person in the pool just not interested in taking him down. So Doxy lives to see another day. Does finally get taken down, but Falcon finds the kill. Does get taken down through the smoke, although must have been like fading or something, or a gap in that smoke, because he didn't get given the smoke kill. But Rrtm do finally post a second round on the board. It's been a long time coming, and now another match pause has been called. There's plenty of money available for Rrah Esports. Realistically, they could probably take this to the end of the half without really having to eco. And on the CT side, the buy is average. You know, 4 and 4 is an op. It's pretty good. Only a single kit in play, though, and Mister doesn't have any armor or utility. Although, probably still has to buy that up. Has plenty of money available to him. He should try and find some kills, though. 0 and 12 at the moment. It's not helping his team in any capacity. I also just find it very satisfying how even the kill spread is for Rrah. I mean, from bottom to top, it's a difference of 3 kills. And so when your entire team is showing up as consistently, it's a lot easier to win rounds. Ooh, that's a well-placed Molotov. Does a little bit of damage to 2 players. Nice find from Dark. Was waiting for that. Another man advantage, but Falcon has brought it right back again. He has been lights out once he's picked up the big green. I think it was like, what, 5 and 4, and now he is 13 and 5. Has that a single time in the last 6 rounds? And found 6 kills, 8 kills to boot. So now going to try towards the A side. The flash does land. Adrenaline takes one down. Dark on the op doesn't really have much longer to go. And Quadro does find a kill, but gets traded out very quickly. The bomb plant can come through, and a Caballero left in the 1v3 again. All the angles have been closed off here, so there's very little that he can actually do, except maybe save his weapon, but even that's no longer possible, as Rrtm takes him down. Mister still without a kill in the game. As we head into the penultimate round, the money not in a great spot for Rrtm. They're going to have to half buy this one. Saying that, though, Rrtm says, screw it. Goes for the full buy. Hero M4. He's not really the person on the team I'd want with the gun at the moment. I don't want to be mean, but he's not having a very good game so far. Dark gets taken down by Falcon. Quadro taken down as well. Nice openings coming through from the T side, and now Mystery's going to go aggressive. Rrtm hears this, takes him down. Will he find the second? No, he doesn't. Which is pretty decent. And Caballero finding one on Doxy as well. So it's now a 3v2 as the bomb gets planted. And 2 AKs picked up for the CT side. So they can maybe try and go for this? Ooh, Falcon. He's playing a dangerous game with an angle like this. Vulnerable from multiple angles, gets taken down by by Fekast, and Caballero will get taken care of by Maddie. Now 1v2 for Fekast. And I mean, there's so many angles to clear. This is such a difficult site to retake on. And it's not going to go his way as they coordinate nicely to take him down. And now heading into the last round. Rrtm's last chance to make this slightly more respectable than it would be otherwise. 12-3 is not a good half, but it sure is better than 13-2. Because especially if they lose the pistol round on their T side, I mean, it's almost game over at that point. If they don't get the bomb plant or don't find a few kills, they can't really invest into the second round, which means they're basically giving up match point. And then from that point onwards, it becomes difficult. Falcon and Quadro finding kills. Falcon with another kill. Again, so good on the op lately. Does get brought down to 11 HP. And Quadro, he's been pretty solid here in apartments when they've come his way. Ooh. Huh. That's, ooh, what? That's a weird situation. Oh, Quadro's in a good spot to stop the bomb from making his way towards the A site. Has dropped it all the way in the open. And now Falcon has to try and contend with that with very little HP. Finds the first kill. I guess there was no communication with the team as to where they'd last seen the opper. He does have time, and Fekast has been pretty good, rotating quickly over towards the A site. Falcon should be able to get the bomb plant. He's going to plant safe as well. And, ooh, I mean, plenty of utility, which is actually really quite good. But, I mean, there's been a bit of a tendency from the CT side to walk through the smoke. They've done it again. They've swapped positions. This works out beautifully for Falcon. Or does it? In any case, we are ready for the second half to go underway. Rrtm have given themselves a little bit more breathing room heading into the second half. Mr. still hasn't posted a single kill on the board. And now they're on the least preferred side. Not by much, but still. And given just how sharp these individuals have been for Wrah Esports, it should be easy. Falcon, what are you doing? That's not even fair. Ruda and Maddie combined for 2 more as well. Mr. now left in a 1v4, a harrowing situation for a player who's not been able to score a single kill yet. I mean, that long take got absolutely torn to shreds. And, well, it's not even a competition. I mean, so clean. Falcon is 19-7 at the moment. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And, you know, without a kill, without a bomb plant, the money for the T side isn't very good. They're going to force buy anyways, so if this doesn't work out, they're basically ecoing up against match point. And then they've got 12 match points to contend with. Oh. And look at Falcon going aggressive. The flash is really good, but just a little bit wild on the spray with the MP9. It's a little bit of an unpredictable weapon to work with sometimes. It's a nice flash again. 3 coming from pool. It's going to be difficult to contend with, but Adrenaline is done beautifully. Dark is the only one who can muster a kill, and, well, taken down from the back by Falcon. Does a little bit of damage, but, I mean, again, no kills found. Well, sorry, no kills found. They found 2 kills found, but no bomb plant, which is going to make it very difficult for them to bring anything into this last round. There is a hero AK available on Quadro, who's been relatively solid this game, along with Fekast. The rest of them have been unspectacular, and oh, Wrah, they're going on the front foot. They're going aggressive. They know they've got the T's cornered here. Find the first kill. Although no backup from alt mid, so maybe Doxy was meant to do that. So Falcon goes down, the heaviest hitter on that CT side, and that's a free rifle upgrade as well for Facast. Can make it a little bit more difficult for the CTs actually here. Matty, he's just biding his time on card. Does finally peek out for the first kill. Wild spray to find the second. And I mean, this has just been ripped from the Russians yet again. Had a good start, found the opening kill. That's, I mean, pretty solid. Not the, well, they found a good trade, and you know that's pretty solid. But now again, they're just being torn to shreds. There's no real team play to be seen here at the moment. They're all just, they lose a few men and they just completely give up. It's just 1v1, v1, v1. Wrah Esports haven't really been outnumbered in any of these situations. Auto director, hello. Well, Doxy finds that last kill onto Dark. It is now match point, and they can muster a buy together. It's not going to be a great one. Have gone for the helmets over to utility, but still a decent amount of utility available on 3 of the players. And Falcon, he's on that trusty op again. He was so good with that on the T side, and I mean, CT side Inferno is an opera's paradise. So many large, long alleyways to work with and tight angles that are difficult to clear with a rifle. Mister's already taken a little bit of damage. Has he still not found a single kill yet? Well, oh no. Wrah and Doxy finding 2 more kills of their own. Caballero going to try, and no dice. The rest of his team already knew it was game over. A few had disconnected before the server had even, before the round had even finished. And very, very convincing. A very good game from Wrah Esports here, especially on that T side. Falcon was absolutely lights out, and the entire team was very, very good. Played very solid Counter-Strike. It was very nice to see. And that will put them 3-3 in the game. So solid stuff for them. Hopefully it's something they can build upon. But that will be it for tonight. If you enjoyed my casting, please make sure to follow me on Twitter at AyGiraffe, AyGiraffe. You can see how it's spelled in the stream title. And if you like what Wrah Esports are showing here, if you like what the players are doing, make sure to follow them both here on Twitch and on Twitter. It's been a pleasure, and I wish you guys a very lovely Wednesday evening. Bye-bye.